Hello, Space Engineers, and welcome back. We are still up right here at the top of this thing, working on getting this built out. I have not filled in much on the sides here. I'll be getting to that eventually, but that's not a high priority right now. And as you can probably tell, I have been working on it a little bit. I did a bit of an archway here, but I haven't built out much past that. Let's get into things here. So as I said, not much here. What I have done is I went ahead and put a couple of those in. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to hide those better than that, but I might figure something out. But I've got that there. I do have a conveyor line down here, and that goes from one side all the way to the other. That'll be probably my main trunk to get through. I've created a bit of an entrance over here. So this will end up, and put a fan down here, so this will be pressurized all on its own. Got an area out here we'll be come back to here in a little bit. And over here I'll probably end up putting medical. And I'll probably put another entrance to medical over here on this side from the main corridor, where this will be mostly an employee kind of entrance thing, so this doesn't have to be quite as pretty as the rest of it. But on the underside, it's still pretty basic. And of course, I can still tee off of this to come in here into medical when I need a connection for that. But we're going to work on, let me get a little light here. We're going to work on this side over here. This would be kind of a little bit of a maintenance area, production area, not real heavy duty production, but just a little bit to help maintain stuff and maybe some repairs on ships that come in, stuff like that. So let me get into things here. I think first I need to come over here. Hold on, let me get things sorted here. I think I will put that there for now. I don't know if I'm going to need to come off from any other directions, but I do want the option there still. I'm going to put that there. We're going to have ourselves a 90. The problem is I don't want to really build out over into this area and cut into the view they get from right here. I mean, it's still going to be partially blocked off from all this over here, but I think that'll be alright. But let's see, it's come back here. I think I'm going to put in a couple of these. Well, no, what I was going to do is instead of putting them straight in line with each other, or right next to each other, I should say, let's do a T right there. Then we're going back to this. And we're going to do that. Then we're going to go back to our curve. And I know I could probably paint all this later rather than switching back and forth, but I can do it now also. I'm also going to put in, whoops, not one of those, one of these. Don't want that there. I actually want to space that out one, so I have room for stuff on the back side. So we're going to do that, then we're going to come back and I'm going to do that right there. So we've got a couple of assemblers. I'm going to leave just one refinery for now. And off the back end of this, go back to that. Another one of those. And then which one do I want? Let's just stick with these. And I'll go ahead with 3 of these. That might be, whoops. I think that might be a little overkill. But I think I'll be alright with a little overkill. And that's going to be mostly our main maintenance section. And then off of this, let's put 3 of those. It's going to be expensive to run this place. Come on. Keep getting those freezes more frequently. I think it's trying to tell me everything's getting too big. Let's turn those off. And somewhere I'm also going to need some hydrogen tanks, though I'll probably leave them external to the station. So all this can be internal pressurized area still. But I want my big hydrogen tanks to be external. And I'll probably also have a little bit of a maintenance dock down out here, with possibly a miner or a tug or 2 or stuff like that hanging out. I haven't checked, but I wonder if there's ice on some of these asteroids that are out here. Now I've got a mod that changes the ore distribution, not only of the planet, but it also does it of the asteroids. There's most likely just stone and iron. I didn't see anything about ice, but didn't say anything about ice anywhere, so I wonder if there's still ice out there on those. I know I've got ice down there, and plenty, but it'd be nice to be able to get some up here. Let me work on getting this stuff welded up when I can get to it, and I'll be back. Well, I've got that all welded up. Also added some modules on. I went with 2 speed and 2 yield on the refinery. And I've got all the refineries and the, well, all of this turned off for now. I'm not using them and they just suck power, so got them all turned off. I went with 2 power efficiency and 2 speed on these. Or I say 2 speed, only 1 speed. They're tucked up back behind here. Don't want to really put anything up here on top that might mess up my roof line. And this isn't a real production facility. This isn't a shipyard that's going to be building ships, anything like that. This is just maintenance, so I don't need that much speed, really. So, I've kind of got all that welded up. Let's continue on here. Going to add, let's see, let's go here. We're going to go up. No, that's not right. We're going to do a T. Another T. And then this one can be a curve. And at the end of that is going to be, where do I stuff them? Let's see, I'm going to see them from in here. I'm going to put 3 oxygen tanks. I think that'll be enough for all of this and extra storage. Oxygen goes a long ways. And off the end of that, going to go with back to these. Let's see, that's even with that. I'll just do them like that. And then we're going to go with, not a sorter, come on, where is it? We're going to go with one of those. Actually, that one can just go back to that. Ooh, that is a, let me come in here. I forgot. Let's see, how do I want to do this exterior? Do I want to go with full blocks, half blocks? Let's try just half blocks for now. That'll save on some steel. Not that I'd really need to save on steel, but that'll save on some. Let's see, what do I want to do here? Ah, that's a glass. That means that's going to be left exposed. Unless I move this whole thing out one. Darn. I didn't think about that glass. I forgot it was on the outside. Let me change out this glass then. I need to empty some stuff here. This might take a few trips. And instead, we're going to go with that is that color. Let's go with a single pane right here. Then I can come in with some steel Let me go grab my steel and other supplies back. Don't know if I'll use those interior plates. We can just come in along here. Yeah, that's going to be a wall, so let's go. Ooh, that's not going to work. Not like I thought. So I can do that. And that. Or... hold on. Let's just do that. And this will continue out. That gives me a little extra space in there. Is that what I want? Because that means I can't really put anything against that wall on the inside.
Low.
If I go back the other way, this is going to hang out a bit. Yeah, I'll try it like this and see how it ends up looking. Let's see, I can just hit that up. So I want that to be a different color down there. Well, I could just colored it. But this is going to come out to approximately there. And I can do that. So this section out here might end up being a touch boxy. But I'm okay with that. And I do need to kind of enclose these. These are not airtight, these containers. I do want this section out here to be airtight. So we've got a wall that kind of wraps around like that, and it's going to meet back up over here. I'll probably have a partial wall over here. My medical is going to end up being over in this section, but I don't need it to be that big. Let's say maybe a container and a half in size. So we can fill in a little bit of an area there. Of course, my roof line is going to come up above this.
Energy critical.
Let me go fix that. Let's see, what have I got? Let me grab oxygen while I'm up here. So we've got all of that. I think down here we can just go ahead with something like that, and we'll have a floor. That's right, it does that disappearing thing on me. So yeah, this will all be floor back into here. Over in this area, I'll probably put in some control stuff, so things like my I'll have event controllers. We'll have computers, event controllers, timers, and stuff like that lined and stacked up along back in there. Off over in this area, I might have some, have like a power room. So I have some batteries, maybe a reactor for backup. Though I don't have enough gold to make a reactor at the moment. Let me get some of this enclosed, welded up. I'll come back and see where we're at then. While I've got all that laid out some more and I've welded it up. I don't have the roof or top on yet, but I went ahead and put in the floor. I've got the outside walls. As I said, I can fill in this area with more control components. I might put a door in out through there into like I said, a powered area. This will probably end up being an airlock out to, like I said, there's going to be a spot out here where I've got some mining ships or maintenance ships. And speaking of maintenance ships, I probably need to think about a welding ship, because trying to weld all this up, and I've got a lot more to build. Yeah, I think it's probably better with a welding ship. But I got all the floor in. I put in some catwalks here to get in over there. But I'm going to leave it there for now. Call this an episode. I'll continue to work on this little maintenance section, get it closed in. Next time, or maybe between episodes, we'll see. Maybe just between episodes. I'll think about getting a welding ship. I'll probably just put a connector on the end of this for now. And putting a welder ship on. Just place the dock, pull in some components. Continue to work on this. Like I said, we've got a medical section that I want to put in kind of right here in this general area. And eventually off over here, like I said, I'll have some living quarters. Maybe I'll make some little like apartment room or motel room kind of thing off over here so that, people waiting have a place to stay for a few days. But that is all future plans. And I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this here exactly like this. If I add more detail, it's getting kind of boxy, and I don't want to do that too much. But we'll see when I get the roof on. There's lots of floor that I need to put in. This is not the final bottom end of the station. I'm going to be putting more down there. But as I said, that's all in the future. For now, I'm going to call this good, and I will see you next time.